Good morning. Today I'm going to be showing you another day in the life, first trimester, and I also need to show you an update. I have a full-on bump already, so don't tell my mom and sister because they're a little stressed about me fitting into a bridesmaid dress at her wedding. We'll see. I'm currently making oatmeal for the kids. We also have a big container coming in today, so that's kind of a exciting thing in our household right now. And then we're also having someone come to give us an estimate to remove our trees. So that's another like huge thing. So it's a big day and let's go finish the oatmeal. So I've shared how I make oatmeal before, but I remember last time I was surprised by how many people hadn't heard of it. So I'm gonna share it again. So one thing that I do is I add eggs to our oatmeal for just added protein. And then when I make oatmeal, I think of it as like I'm making cookies. So I add vanilla, I add maple syrup, salt, butter. I just try to make it as like delicious as possible. So the oatmeal is all cooked. Now I'm gonna add in the eggs, maple syrup, just all the good stuff. Okay, that's almost finished. I usually return it to the burner a little bit just to make sure that all the eggs are like cooked through. Really quick on nausea, if you saw my last video, then you would see that I was like incapable of doing anything. I feel so much better from then. Literally the day after that video, I tried these like nausea bands. I had never tried these before for any pregnancy because I honestly don't remember my nausea being this bad. Some of you guys on Instagram recommended them and I tried them and they're amazing. It was like a night and day difference between like the day I took that video and then the next day I tried them on. And yeah, I just feel so much better. Obviously still not like 100%, maybe like 75% though. And then I'm still like very tired. It doesn't help with that. But yeah, I'm feeling a lot better since last video. One thing I want to do today, along with all the other stuff we have going on, is just kind of catch up on things around the house. So I think I might actually just like skip homeschool today. We're like pretty ahead, so I can afford to like skip a day. So then I can just like catch up on like, I need to mop my floors. Laundry is not that bad, but just kind of like tidy around the house. You guys can join me for that. Yum! I think it's mostly bloat, to be real. One thing I do when I feel like my digestion is off or if I feel like bloated, I just start eating chia seeds every day. I feel like that's like the most effective thing I've ever done for any type of like just digestion issue. So for my breakfast lately, I've been having yogurt with chia seeds. One thing with chia seeds that I feel like some people don't know is you have to soak them. Do not eat them plain. Don't just sprinkle them on top. They have to be soaked or else it will actually cause digestion issues if you don't soak them. So usually what I do, I can show you, is I just put yogurt in a bowl, I'll add the chia seeds, and then I'll add some milk so they have some extra liquid to absorb. And then I just let it sit for like 5 minutes, and then I add my toppings, and then I eat it. So I'll show you really quick. Okay, so now I just let this sit for about 5 minutes and then I'll add all of my toppings. Okay, so now it's all thickened up. I forgot to add one thing I do add is a little bit of maple syrup, like the tiniest bit, just a little bit. Now for toppings, this is my favorite granola brand. They have lots of great flavors. This is actually my favorite though, the peanut butter cookie granola. They're only sweetened with coconut sugar, so, oh, and maple syrup. I like to make my own granola, but sometimes it's just a fun treat to like buy the really good ones in the store. So I'm gonna add this on top and then half a banana. I'm just gonna take this outside and eat it on the porch. I actually don't know if I've shown you guys our back porch. It's been pretty warm here lately. Like, I think today is supposed to be 70s or 80s, which is crazy because it feels like it came out of nowhere. It really is so beautiful out here. This is my favorite time of year to come out here. because it's not too hot, not too cold. There's also tons of birds chirping and new plants growing. The porch is one of the areas that I want to clean up today. It's not that bad, it should be quick. Just a little clutter. My husband right now is having a shipping container delivered because he's going to start doing some work out of it. We already use our attic for his work and he just needed more space. So everyone's really excited about that. Back here is where he's planning on putting the container. So that was like all bamboo just a couple days ago, and he took all the bamboo out and it's right there. So I think they're pulling it up right now. Nice. Here it is. I'm glad you chose this color. I'm gonna finish my breakfast really quick, and then I think I'm just gonna clean the porch since I'm already out here, and it'll be a quick task. It always feels good when you're trying to get a lot done to just like be able to cross something off quickly. So I'm gonna do that. First thing I'm doing, I kind of made this like indoor-outdoor space, and then I have this dresser, and we don't really use it for anything except I do keep like some books out here for the kids. These are like our books that we like don't really care as much if they get like torn up and like wet and whatever. So these books keep out here, and it's really sweet whenever I look out and I see the kids like on the porch reading books or in the hammock reading books. So one thing with the trees today, we're having someone come give us an estimate for getting rid of all of the trees in our backyard, which may sound kind of crazy. I feel like we've talked about this for years, and every time we tell someone, they're like shocked that we would consider it until they think about it longer, and then they get it. Our backyard, it really is beautiful. Like with all the trees, sometimes it just feels like a little forest. But it brings a lot of like issues. One of the most practical ones is just that we have tons of leaves all the time that we have to like blow very frequently if we want to keep it looking nice, which we haven't been, and it looks horrible. We also get like crazy mosquitoes in the summer, and I think it'll help with that. We also get other kinds of bugs that we've been told getting rid of the trees will help with. Also with the leaves, we just don't like all the ground cover all the time and the possibility of things like snakes hiding. We just feel like we would use our backyard a ton more if we got rid of all the trees, because then it would be like an open space, ideally after I guess tons of work, where, you know, the kids can play like t-ball or whatever. And for me personally, I have shared, I think on Instagram, that I've like tried to have a garden here for the past like since we've lived here, so like 5 years, and I always start from seed. I like spend tons of time having a garden, and it just never turns out as well as like all the work that I put in, because we don't have any sun. Nowhere in our yard, even our front yard, doesn't get any sun in the summer when like the leaves are fully bloomed. So it's always like really disappointing to like put so much effort into a garden and then it just not do well because we just have no sun. So if we got rid of all the trees back here, we would have tons of sun out here. My husband also just likes to get sun for like the health benefits and stuff like that. I mean, I do as well. So it's another reason we would just love more sun. But also there's some trees like that are kind of near the front where I have the garden that are in the backyard, but they actually block the sun in the front. So I'm really happy to get rid of those ones. And then also like if we had sun, then we could have grass back here, and then maybe we could try chickens again. Because we had chickens. We've had chickens twice, but we had them like our first year here, or maybe our second year here. I like built this huge coop and everything, but the chickens like just weren't able to get any food from our yard because there's no like grass back here. So they would always like kind of try to break out and like go into our front yard to get grass or a neighbor's yard, and it bothered our neighbor a lot. So I'm like, wait, if we have like sun, then we could have grass, and then maybe we could have chicken someday. Like I said, we've talked about doing this for years, and we had like 5 different companies come out a few years ago and give us quotes, just free quotes. It was like all over the place. The company that we're having come out today is the company that gave us the lowest quote, like by far, and we're hoping that they'll stick to that quote because we would definitely do it at this point. Oh, and then also, okay, I didn't even include, the most obvious reason is because some of them are dangerous. So we have a couple trees that are dead. Like one is actually leaning more than it ever has, and it seems like it's gonna like snap at some point. So that's obviously super dangerous. So we need to get some removed for safety reasons and liability reasons. And then there's like a couple that are leaning over our house that like tree companies that have come out in the past have said like you need to get rid of those ones specifically. So yeah, for safety reasons we need to do it too. So we're kind of like, it costs so much just to get 1 or 2 trees removed, but the company that gave us a quote for removing all of the trees back here, which is like 40 trees, and they said that they would stump grind all of the trees, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's much more than if we just got a couple removed. So it feels like the best decision, but we'll see. We're hoping we can get the same quote, but the issue is we do need to get some trees removed no matter what. So, okay, let me finish cleaning. I'm getting distracted. Okay, that was quick. It looks a lot better out here. Clean the floor, I just get the blower. I have this bed propped up right here right now. We're trying to sell it, but yeah, looking good. Now I'm gonna go clean up breakfast really quick. A couple more pregnancy updates. I have not been having coffee every day. I've never stopped having coffee when I'm pregnant, which I know is like a normal thing for people, but for me, I just always still wanted my coffee. But this time, it's not that I'm like, ugh, coffee sounds horrible. I just don't really like, I guess maybe it is that. I just don't really want my coffee. And I feel like there are a lot of differences this pregnancy, which everyone's like, maybe it's a girl. And then another kind of weird thing is my favorite food right now is eggs, which I feel like usually it's hard for me to stomach eggs when I'm pregnant, but right now I feel like it's all I want. My favorite meal right now is eggs, sauerkraut, and avocado. Just those things with like salt and pepper. But we're out of avocado and we're out of eggs, so I might run to the store and grab some. But yeah. Also, another quick update. I'm currently restocking my favorite coffee from Mermaid Coffee. If you haven't been around, this coffee is roasted locally in Concord, North Carolina by my dear friends. This one is called the Pearl and this one's called Millie Beans. They're named after their children, which I think is so adorable. I'll link them below and you can also use my code to get 10% off. I also need to take my supplements really quick. I'm still taking vitamin B6, beef liver, and needed prenatal multi-essentials. I'm just gonna take one of the B6 because honestly, I just don't feel that nauseous anymore. Praise the Lord. Oh, and then I have been I'll make like a cup of tea and then put it over a giant cup of ice and then sip on that as my water. Again, it says to take 4, but I'm like, no, I don't want to, so I'm taking 2. Kind of based off of some of your recommendations on my more like budgeting videos, I have just started making our own cleaner. So this is half water, half vinegar, and then I added some drops of like essential oils to it. And that's what I've been using lately. And it's so funny because it's making me crave pickles so much, specifically like sweet pickles. My grandma always had sweet pickles for me as a kid, and now it's making me crave those. But I don't know if there's like a healthy version of sweet pickles. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little sick, so I'm gonna have a couple eggs and then I will mop the floors. The kitchen floors are clean. We're still waiting on Tree Guy. Tree Guy is an hour and a half late. I really want to go to the store. Maybe I'll just have a protein shake to hold me over. I'm gonna go drink this out on the porch and just relax for a little bit. Tree Guy is here. I'm just waiting for Josh to change the diaper, but he's looking at our trees. Hopefully they'll stick to the same estimate they gave us before. Okay, really good news. The guy that came, he said that he wanted to honor the quote that he gave us before, which was like a couple years ago. We're very happy about that. We had 5 different people come out and this quote was wildly less than the other ones. He said today like he really needed work at that time, whereas now he doesn't, but he just wanted to honor the quote. So just, yeah, praise the Lord. Hello, sir.
Oh, I want to say that.
You want me to say that? Hello, Draper. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna make this curry ground beef with rice. I'm really happy about this lunch. I'm getting my second bowl right now. And yeah, I'm just gonna go eat this outside on the porch and just chill. Okay, I feel like a lot happened while you guys were gone. I just filmed a whole Q&A. It's right here. I was answering all of the questions that everyone on Instagram asked me because I wasn't able to fit it in my first Q&A. And that was fun. It felt like a lot more like rapid fire questions. Also, I went over and talked to my neighbor because she just got home about cutting the trees down and they asked if we could use her driveway. So I just was getting her permission with that and we talked for a while. I think for dinner I'm going to be making a roast chicken and potatoes and carrots. That's one of our favorite meals right now. And it's super easy as long as I can just like get over handling the raw chicken. Okay, I just got to the grocery store. I'm gonna grab a couple things really quick that I wanna have for my favorite bowl that I've been wanting all day. I just got back to the car and I wanna show you what I got. I just got eggs. I got some organic pickles, which I like never buy pickles, so I don't know if these were the best pickles to buy. I just bought organic because it makes me feel better. But I really want sweet pickles, but they're all like high fructose corn syrup. So I'm wondering, like, can I just add some maple syrup to one of these and then like let it sit for a little bit and then maybe it would be sweet pickles. And then I got some of these oranges. If you've had the Sumo citrus oranges, these are the best oranges in the world. And I usually get me like a little snack for the car ride, even though we're 5 minutes from my house right now. I'm gonna go home and make my dinner. I'm gonna look up really quick if I can make these pickles sweet pickles just by adding maple syrup. Also, shout out to my husband. He's doing the dishes right now. Thank you, Josh.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I make dill pickles into sweet pickles by adding maple syrup to the jar? That's so funny. Yes! Pour off a little of the brine. Hey, add 1 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, close the jar and shake it well. Let it sit in the fridge at least 12 to 24 hours so the sweetness absorbs. Is that not exactly what I said? Am I a genius? Hey, cutie. Also, I ate so much of the lunch that I made, which if you think about it, that's like a lot. Like it was a pound of ground beef. I think I almost ate it all. And then it was also a whole jar of coconut milk and I almost ate it all. So that's a lot of food and some rice. So I'm gonna cook dinner for everyone else first and then I'll make my bowl. Before I get started on dinner, I'm gonna make these sweet pickles. Okay, my husband volunteered to drink the pickle juice. Let's add the maple syrup. This makes me think of Buddy the Elf, how he has maple syrup with everything. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm just going to shake this up, store these ones in the fridge, and then I'll try them tomorrow. This dish is so simple, but it's so delicious. Because you really just like throw everything in, so easy. But then it all bakes for so long that even like the potatoes and carrots absorb all the juices from the chicken, and it's just so good. It's like so good with little effort. I'm gonna do a lot of potatoes. My normal chef's knife is currently in the wash, but I just chop these pretty rough. When I made it the other night, we didn't have nearly enough potatoes, so I'm hoping this will be enough tonight.
That one too. Yeah, so I'm not like going. From here, the mom get off.
One thing I like to do is stuff butter under the skin to make it more moist.
Mama!
I'm gonna put this in the oven. For this recipe, usually about halfway through, I'll cover it with foil to keep it from getting too brown. If you don't, it will for sure get too dark. I don't know, I guess I was just like a naive, crunchy lady. I didn't realize aluminum foil was toxic, which obviously if you say it out loud, it's obvious, but my friend just told me recently and I don't know how I haven't known that all these years. So what's your alternative to keeping food from getting too brown? Like if you're doing a pie, or something like this, what do you do? Let me know. So far I just have sauerkraut, the avocado, and then I just put some salt on the avocado. And then I added some of the pickles I got today. I got a jar that I'm making sweet, and then I got a jar that I'm just leaving plain, and these are the plain ones. I'm waiting for my pan to preheat. I've shared this a few times, but I have a stainless steel pan. I'll link it below. It's like a nice one that some guy, stainless steel guy, recommended. But you just like splash water in the pan, and once it like dances around the pan, your pan is ready, and then you can add your eggs and stuff. So I'm doing scrambled because I don't know if I can handle runny eggs without a piece of toast. Yeah, in a little bit. Okay. I just scrambled the eggs in the pan, and I notice when I do that they stick a little bit more. But then if you just let them sit in the pan for a little bit, then they'll release and then they won't stick anymore. This is it. The bowl I've been waiting for all day. Is it a weird mix? It's delicious. You should try it and let me know what you think. Or if you've already tried it, let me know down below if this is like the best meal ever from last night.
A new spirit will I put within them. I will remove the heart of the stone from their flesh. I will give them a heart of flesh. They may walk in my rules and obey them.
Mama.
You do this.
It was the best day ever.
I'm so ready to get in bed. I don't know if I said this already, but my bedtime lately has been like 8:30 and it's 7:40 right now.
I feel it in my throat. I want that one.
I just served up dinner. Josh said that he's going to clean up dinner, and I already had my dinner. So he said I could go upstairs and rest. So I'm gonna log off here. Thank you guys for joining me in another day in the first trimester. I hope these videos are still interesting. it's kind of just like the most convenient thing for me to film right now, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging with nothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I'll see you in the next one.